Imperial business. Be on your way.
Citizen, I'm warning. Imperial business. Be on your way. Imperial business. Be gone.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm.
Imperial business. Be on your way.
We'll show those fake. Damn faithless Imperials.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything. Need something? Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. When we arrive, blood is spilled and up. This is life, brother. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath. The Circle are the ones who parcel. That's Ayla. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Are you kidding? Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak? Skyor says it was more like... Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the op. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never. An order of warriors. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You're not... The old man's got a good sense for people. If you go to him, good luck.
Got more to say.
You
Until
look
next
strong.
time.
Come to your Vasker. Be a companion. Thinking I need to train some more. The companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other. Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who... Just tell me who needs bludgeoning. Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out. Vilkas and I have been here since our father Jurgen raised... Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us. Until next time. You look strong. Come to your Vasker and be a companion.
Blood on the wind. Good hunt ahead of us.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too? You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach. At the top of it.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming.
They say hell by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
Brigands I can handle, but this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say.
You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Hello, my friend. If you see immortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it, in southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septon. So great was his reign in life. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
I just think we need more information before we act.
Who's this then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Keep your hands to yourself.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, Send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet. Or may not actually be there. You are eager to begin your adventure. Excellent. The sooner begun, the sooner done, eh? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
This is a priority.
I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. I'll put it simply so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any theories of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. Of course, Jarl Balgroof, you seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Will be in your debt.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak. What are you still doing here? The Jarl said retrieving that stone tablet is a priority, remember? Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin.
I'm so angry I can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress days ago. Now where is it?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back... Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles... I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, we must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was, but not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest far back in the Mythic era. The dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples. The details are lost, but at some point the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were.
I might servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously as the Jarl himself takes his.
Don't you go tracking your dirty boots on my clean floor. Soldiers. They're everywhere these days, and not a one of them knows how to pick up after themselves.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it? What is it, Khajiit? If you need potions, you should try our cave room. I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since had a good bandit raid.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapons drawn. No lollygagging.
It's a shame, isn't it? Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more. Indeed, the temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days. This is the Gildergreen. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of what disciples of Kinnareth could sense something holy in it and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. A big dead tree isn't very inspiring if you're coming to worship the divine of wind and rains. Kynareth gives life, and we need a living tree to be her symbol. I've thought about that. Trees like this, I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, but even if you could get to the elderly, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. If you want to help, you'll need something to cut in. You'll have to deal with the hag ravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrifice. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kynareth, it's held in a hag raven nest called Orphan Rock.
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested. Everything's all right?
Mister, could you spare a coin? Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh well. Thanks anyway, I suppose.
Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an Imperial scout. You're so well met.
You're the best. Can you be my father? You're the best. Can you be my father?
I know your family's honor is important to you.
What is it,
but we
Khajiit?
can't afford it.
It took
I
me
work
weeks
with
to
my
find
mother.
that thieves' den.
Sell fruits and
I can't
vegetables.
stop now.
It's fun most days.
sort of my own.
The hard work.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
Just 1 gold, please?
You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I kill.
Sapphire.
Let them come.
Wait,
Battleborn, give me your money. I don't have any
You
money.
tried mercenary work?
You better give me
It
5
might suit you.
septims right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose. 10 septims tomorrow, baby Battleborn. Or I'm gonna bloody your nose and your lip. What are you
No,
looking
please.
at? I'm not
I
afraid
really
of
don't
you.
have any money,
No.
Braith.
Even if you are my
I'll
elder.
give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
Boys, girls, dogs, elders.
It's
There's
no
no
fun
way I
getting
won't
pushed
fight.
around all the time. Well, I used to sneak out at night and try to tip over the big ox in the Greymane's yard. And me and Mila used to climb up on the roof of Dragon's Reach and look for birds' eggs. But I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching me and then I used to sneak out at night and try to tip over the big ox in the Greymane's yard. And me and Mila, but I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching me and then I get in trouble.